win. I'm gonna find my meaning, I can make a change. I wanna play the game. You wanna sink or swim? I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the field, just need a win. I'm going off, I know it's time to make a change, and I can take the pain. You wanna sink or swim? I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the field, just need a win. I'm gonna find my meaning, I can make a change. I wanna play the game, yeah.
Welcome to ArchRivals Football Season 4. Sponsored by Raz Energy, Steiner Sports, and Super Draft Pro. Here is your starting lineup for Season 4. Number 20, Darnell, the Playmaker, Sallins. Number 96, Alex, the Bearman, Kazzaz. And number 69, Ricky, the Master of Mayhem, Litwinkowich. Kickoff is starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, hopefully this one starts better than the first one. Welcome, everybody, to ArchRivals Football Season 4. Take 2. First take did not work well. Just do a very random voice check now. We're going to toss it all the way over to that man, that big Jekyll and Hyde from that big state of Texas. It's the Bear Man, Mr. Alex Kazzaz.
Well, hopefully everything goes well. But, you know, Ricky, as always, whether I'm talking football, pipe bomb radio, it's always a great blessing to be both with you and the Playmaker himself, because you guys know how much you guys mean to me. I love you guys.
Then down there in that lovely sunshine state of Florida, he is the #1 Playmaker in your playbook. He is Darnell, the Playmaker, Sallins. What's going on, Darnell?
What's good, everyone? I hope y'all can hear me. If you can hear me,
well, they heard Alex. I hear Alex, so we can hear you.
Well, let me know y'all how I sound, because
you're on a phone, so it's not going to sound great.
Situation today.
Well,
I'm in a bit of a situation today.
You always in a situation.
Yeah, but today.
In a situation.
Yeah, but you know what? At least I was able to improvise and I was able to do it well. So
before we
at least I improvised.
I have an announcement. Well, I don't have an announcement today, but Mr. Sports Judge himself, Jonathan Matthews, happy birthday, my friend.
Yes, happy birthday. I'm not playing the birthday thing on the show. It's not happening.
Well, you ain't.
If you would have said it on Pipe Bomb Radio earlier, I would have played the epic happy birthday, but not on ArchRivals.
I wouldn't tell.
I
was at work. I was going to tell you. I was at work. I was too busy trying to hurry me do what I need to do to get here. But yes, I'll be with Jonathan Thursday. Speaking of Thursday, what you say about Thursday, Reed?
Thursday just so happens to be the opening game for the 2022 season. Less than 48 hours away, because the kickoff is at 8:15 on Thursday night. And it is the only game on Thursday night, except for, I think, Thanksgiving, that will actually be on regular TV. The NFL has partnered with Amazon to air all of the Thursday night football games, which in some places that might be a travesty. Some places it won't.
Major travesty at that.
I look at it this way. It is one of those things where we're in that time and age where people are just going to have to deal with the fact that the NFL is spreading out the brand. Let's just you got to just go with the flow. Listen, a lot of people are just going to say, hey, you know what? We're not going to watch NFL football on Thursday, or the smart thing to do, go to your local bar or pub and go hang out there and watch the game. Have a few beers, some wings. Do what you do best on a Thursday night. And go enjoy the game that way.
Enjoy life. Is that it? Have fun and enjoy life, right?
Again, at some point, you're going to have to leave your house. What would be a better way to go watch football than at a bar and hang out?
I mean, for me, if there's anybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area listening, if there's a place you guys really need to try, it's called Duff's Wings in South Lake. They've got the best Philly cheesesteak. They got the best wings. Best place to go to.
So, just know that. But we did start off this season with some divisional previews. We started in order from the east to the north to the south and then to the west. And it just so happens our first segment for the evening is the prediction part of the show, where Darnell actually took the time to make sure everybody would know what our playoff predictions were, division winners and such. So here we go. Well, starting off with Alex, who decided that he was going to go as fourth. Now, Darnell will announce who the division winners were, and then Alex will go into the whole playoff scenario of how he picked everything.
So the Bearman of Texas here made some interesting things happen. Buffalo went in the east, Cincinnati went in the north, the Colts went in the south. We had a tie between the Chargers and the Raiders. He had to pick one, and who did you pick, Bearman?
Why don't you tell the folks, buddy? This is your spotlight.
It's your list.
Yeah, but you're in the spotlight.
He picked the Raiders. He picked the Raiders over the Chargers. So that leads the Chargers, the Ravens, the Patriots into the playoffs.
I'm a heel, so I'm not the baby face. I'm going to piss people off.
Oh, by the way.
Not just me, but I got to tell you about the other guy.
Titans fans, y'all had the same record as the Chargers, the Raiders, the Patriots. And he didn't pick y'all to make the wild card.
Oh, it had to have been a sheer reason why, though.
Explain, sir. Explain yourself.
You want an explanation? Well, too bad I said what I said, Playmaker.
I don't need an explanation. The fans need an explanation. You kicked the Titans out. You kicked the number one seed from last year. You kicked them out. They don't make the playoffs. People need explanation. They want answers.
Let's give them answers, Alex.
Because they got problems.
I love that answer, because they got problems. You have to tell them what problems. You know, you're in analyst mode now. You're not in the pigpen mode.
Well, remind me, what was the record that I said?
You had the Titans going 11-6.
Yeah, and I had the Indianapolis Colts winning the division, right?
Yeah, you had the Colts winning the division.
Because the Colts are going to want to make a statement, and the Titans are going to be like, yeah, you know what? The Colts are really just going to go down their throat. So that's why I said the Titans are going to have problems.
There's one team in a wild card.
So there's the explanation right there. The Titans are going to have problems, and you know what the problems are going to be? It's going to be the Indianapolis Colts among a lot of other teams.
And then in the NFC,
who did they trade, by the way, the Titans to the Eagles?
Ooh, I set that up perfectly.
Yeah,
Hey,
you see, I
Jay
told you
Brown.
they got problems. Another problem right there. You make a dumb trade. Those are problems for you, Playmaker. Need I go on?
No. All right, he has the Eagles winning the East, the Packers winning the North, Bucks winning the South, Rams winning the West, and the Cowboys. I should have known. Ricky, we should have known the Cowboys was going to find a way in there somewhere. The Vikings and the 49ers.
I gotta wait till I get to mine first before I can say anything. Sorry.
It's going to be the same thing out of the Cowboys. Even if they make the playoffs, even though I really don't think they will, they're just going to embarrass themselves out of it, okay?
You got them in the wild card. What you mean?
They're just going to embarrass themselves when it's all said and done, okay? So I'm nice enough to give them the wild card spot here. Are they really going to do anything about it? I mean, probably not. I already wrote a preview with Third Down Thursdays, okay? You know what? The Cowboys have the Buccaneers may have problems of their own, but you know what? The Cowboys do too.
Are we ready to move to yours, Darnell?
Ricky's enjoying this.
You know what? I'm allowed to enjoy this. I am allowed.
Okay, let me just say this. Teams have problems, but they have too many problems. They can't solve it. It's overwhelming. It's stressful. They just throw in the towel, or in pro wrestling terms, the mic's to their face. They scream, "I quit! I quit! I quit!"
The ultimate embarrassment.
Yeah. And the Cowboys have been such an ultimate embarrassment since 1995. All right.
Ooh, bird.
Since Ricky was graduating high school, and in your case and in my case, Darnell, we know where we were in our part of our lives at the time.
I only remember calling Cowboys winning the championship.
I was 3 years old. Okay, I was 3 years old last time the Cowboys won a championship. Okay, I was 3 years old, and I'm 29. I'll be 30 in January.
Well, think of it this way: the last year I think the last year the Cowboys won was against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
All right, let me stop this freight train before we go, because we ain't have your segment ready for today.
Okay, you're up on the screen now.
Like your segment will come next week, okay, Bear Man? You can do all that next week.
You're up on the screen now.
I mean, everybody knows the joke. The last time the Cowboys were winning the Super Bowl, there were 2 naughty people in the White House.
Ooh.
You still ain't done?
That joke is still alive. Until the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, that joke is still gonna have that impact.
Yes, Monica Lewinsky will visit them at Texas Stadium.
I did not have sex with that intern.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
you did.
The last time the Cowboys were good. And how long has it been since then? Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was up all night.
All right, D, you're up on the screen. Give the people what you want.
Well, they've been following me. They already know my team because I've been plastered everywhere. I got 8 different damn shows I do. Buffalo, Chargers, Colts, Cincinnati, division winners, and the AFC. The Patriots. Yes, Ricky, I picked the Patriots. Baltimore and Kansas City as a wild card team. NFC, Rams, Packers, Eagles, Bucks, division winners. San Fran, New Orleans, and Minnesota. And yeah, I have 2 divisions, and each league having 2 teams make the playoffs. I didn't go for the 3. I went for the 2.
See, I'm just a asshole for being on this show and trying to preach. I'm not gonna lie when I tell you that. But
I think I'm probably in a moment. I'm probably about to outshine you when it comes to being the asshole. So you might want to watch out.
Listen,
well, maybe not me, but the Jekyll and Hyde thing.
Listen, there is only one true vintage asshole on this show, and that is yours truly. That's why I am the master of mayhem.
Yeah. Well,
now,
you can have competition.
A lot of people got angry at my predictions because I dogged a lot of teams. You know what? Listen, I watch plenty of video. I'm not gonna lie when I tell you this. All right. They were saying on most of these videos that there were highlight players, in Squished Fishville, Mr. Tua will not be having a great season this year. Not even with the addition of Tyreek Hill and all those glorious running backs that they decided to throw out there. And we go into the season with one of those wild card teams once again banged up at one position, and that would be the running back position. But I still feel that they are miles ahead of a lot of the other teams in the AFC. Now, the reason why my NFC picks are the way they are is, granted, there are 5 teams in the top 10 that are playoff teams on my list that do have the toughest schedules in the NFL by winning percentages off of last year's setup. But the NFC is not as strong as the AFC. So you're going to have your teams like a Dallas. You're going to have your teams like the Cardinals sneak in. The Vikings sneaking in.
He couldn't pick the Giants. He couldn't pick the Giants.
No, because again, there's a lot of turmoil on that team. They released
despite the coaching hirings, there's still turmoil.
There is. I see that the locker room is not together. That's my deal.
You know what? That's an excellent point. I don't think anybody could have anticipated that.
Your thing is on the screen, correct?
Yes, it is.
So why is this man right here calling me out? You have the same thing that I have.
I have them in the wild card spot because if the Rams aren't winning, the Rams are winning the division, the 49ers would be in the wild card spot.
So why is you calling me out when me and Ricky both got the same thing?
And if you go back to what I said my record was for the 49ers, it was a shade just under the Rams, who are tied for 7th in the strength of schedule for the NFL this year. And I believe the winning percentage they were tied with was tied with the Oakland Raiders for 5th overall, and that was at like 520-something winning percentage of teams that they have to face this year. So, again, you're going to see a good team like the Chargers in a wild card spot. You're going to see a good team like the 49ers in a wild card spot. The AFC is more overloaded and will be a lot more competitive than the NFC will. The AFC is not an easy road for any team whatsoever. There is going to be a lot of headbanging going on. There's going to be a lot of, I can't believe I just lost that game by 1 point in the AFC.
Oh my gosh.
It's true. There are going to be a lot. There are not going to be blowouts in the AFC matchups. There are going, unless you're playing somebody like Pittsburgh or Jacksonville or Houston, where you're really going to be able to run up numbers on a team. I don't see that this year. You're going to have your bottom feeders, but you have in the AFC, you have quite a few loaded teams. That's going to be tough sledding across the board. That's the way I looked at it.
It's just, it's just interesting. You have the Cowboys winning the NFC least, and then you have the Eagles, not even making the playoffs. That's actually pretty interesting.
Because again, I've said this about Philly teams before.
They have problems.
They had that all-star team back, I think it was like 2016, 2015, around there. And I had said it on the first season of ArchRivals Football. That all-star team didn't mean shit. I predicted it before they even kicked off day one that they were finishing 8-8 in their 16-game season, and that's exactly what they finished at. They had Pro Bowl players at every goddamn position, and Philly did nothing.
I think that was 2011, by the way. Was that the year that Nnamdi Asomugha signed with the team?
No, it was after that. But Philly, I can't put any faith in Philly because every year it's usually a running back going down, a wide receiver going down, or now they just went and let Jason Peters go, and he went and signed with Dallas. What were they thinking on that deal? Why would you get rid of a veteran lineman who stabilized your offensive line for so long, and you let him walk to a division rival? It's stupid shit like that doesn't give me faith in the team.
I think he walked away years ago, but I think the point is the fact that they let him go in the first place. I mean, that's right. That right there is the point, right?
Exactly. Okay, how do you have faith in that, though? How do you have faith in that?
Right. You're absolutely right. I just had to clarify one thing. I think he left the Eagles like a year or two ago. I think he was the Bears last, if I'm correct. But we get the point. The point is the Eagles let him go, and that obviously was not the right move.
Oh, now you want to bring in detail, but when you was up to talk about your pitch, you didn't want to have no details.
I wasn't supposed to do details. We were supposed to do picks.
Who's he talking to?
I was talking to that guy. Talking to that guy over there who went first.
Which? Oh, me. Oh, me, the handsome guy. Okay.
Yeah, the handsome guy.
He didn't want to give no details about his picks, but he want to go into details about this.
I did give. Oh, for God's sake! I explained why I don't have the Titans, Darnell. What else do you need, buddy?
Oh, I didn't explain why I didn't pick the Titans. Oh shit! Should I have?
Nah, they can go back and listen to the episode. That was a very interesting.
Well, Ricky, I forgot. Wait, you too?
Well, okay, so I'll let me just surmise my whole Titans.
Well, you don't have to explain it. But just it was you.
Yeah.
You too, huh?
Yeah, none of us picked the Titans. You don't want to have them going 11-6 and not making the playoffs.
I don't think I even
didn't go that high.
No, not even close. And the reason being was because I thought that when you let go so many pieces of wide receivers, who's Ryan Tannehill throwing the ball to? The ball boy, the water boy, the guy who holds the down marker,
Mike Vrabel,
the extra referee that sits in the locker room when one gets hurt. Who is he throwing the ball to?
No, wait. Oh, did I say that loud? My bad. My bad.
You see that's right there because I did ask it, and Darnell even I heard him do that moaning sound he does when I make a good point. The Eagles and the Titans they made a deal, didn't they? Who did the Titans send to the city of brotherly love?
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Who is Ryan Tannehill's number one receiver?
Problems. They got problems. There you go. Yeah, they got problems. See, that was all right there. They got problems. If you know what's going on, y'all knew what I meant when I said they got problems.
And they're gonna be a certain franchise going.
And Darnell keeps freezing. All right.
Well, I don't know if they got 99 problems, but
I will say this. This is going to be a weird night. Darnell's.
So I'm looking for them problems.
Darnell's internet keeps freezing. Alex is on a phone. We had no audio. What else could go wrong tonight?
Said I'm in a situation, but we all are.
All right.
We always are. We're Pipe Bomb Radio, for God's sake, as Mr. Wallman kindly says in the chat.
So we're going to go to our one of our first sponsors. When we come back, we're going to go to Darnell's top 10, only because we can. And then after the top 10 controversial thing we're going to do, we're going to make our...
You want everybody to come for me, don't you? You want everybody to come for me today, huh?
Oh, sure. Why not? You're the one with the internet issue. We'll be right back. Pain Train Pipe Bomb Productions is now partnered with NFLShop.com. NFLShop.com, which is brought to you by Fanatics, brings you amazing team items like game day jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, team banners, and more. Check out the link below for great, amazing everyday deals on NFLShop.com. And we're back. We got the lovely beginning of Darnell's top 10 player list for the 2022 season. So, Darnell, kick it off, baby.
Number 10, Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson. Caught 108 balls last year for 16 yards with 10 touchdowns. That man is a great receiver. If Kirk Cousins can get him the ball more, maybe Minnesota can do better. We shall see, because I did have them making the wild card, so I like my chances. Number 9, the leading rusher from last year, Jonathan Taylor, the Evansville coach.
And he froze again. This show is not meant to be tonight. He's frozen.
Yards and a touchdown.
By the way, your internet keeps freezing.
Why?
I don't know. It just keeps like, and then you get this weird picture on your face.
You can barely see me. Shut up. Number 8 is the back-to-back MVP Aaron Rodgers. There go the first blasphemous from me right there. I put MVP at number 8. 68.9 completions, 4,115 yards passing, 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. But hey, this is how I feel. Number 7, my quarterback, Matthew Stafford. 67.2 completion, 4,886 yards, 41 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Coming off a Super Bowl season. What do you want me to do? And number 6, Deebo Samuels. 123 catches, 1,405 yards, 6 touchdowns. Ran the ball 59 times, 365 and 8 touchdowns. That's the first out of my list.
Would you like to go to the other one real quick? And then we can always have this lovely argumentative discussion about your top 10.
That's what you want, don't you?
Yes, I do, because it's content, baby.
Oh Lord! All right, number 5 on the list. Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. 63.3% completion percentage, 4,407 yards, 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Carried the ball 122 times. That's a red flag to a lot of people that I know who does what we do. 122 carries at quarterback, that's a lot. 763 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns. Number 4, defensive player of the year, TJ Watt. 64 total tackles, 48 of those were solo. 22 and a half sacks. By the way, y'all do know he got robbed for the record, right? He should own the record for the most sacks. He got robbed.
No doubt, yeah.
5 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries. Number 3, the Triple Crown wide receiver himself, Cooper Kupp. Led the league in catches, 145. Led the league in yards, 1,947. And led the league in touchdowns with 16. I mean, you didn't think he was going to be top 3? You must be out your mind. Number 2, I'm going to let Ricky announce number 2 because I'm tired of saying his damn name.
Thomas Edward Brady.
67.5% completion, 5,316 yards thrown, 43 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. Go retire. And number 1, number 99 himself, Aaron freaking Donald. 84 tackles, with 38 of them being solo, 12 and a half sacks, 4 forced fumbles. By the way, made the game-winning play in the NFC Championship game and made the game-winning play in the Super Bowl. Take that to the bank.
I am going to, I'm just going to say this. I have a little bit of a qualm
You always got a
with
qualm.
your top 10.
You always got a qualm. There's nothing new.
Well, I'm just going to go on the record and say this.
It's my list.
I understand it's your list, but this is where the Master of Mayhem causes a lot of trouble.
It's fluid. It's fluid.
So there are guys in your top 10 list I would move around. And knowing the fact that what we are experiencing going into the season, okay, your number 7 over there is hurt. God knows what the injury is, how bad the injury is going to be there. So
No,
that would then...
No, he's let us know that he all good.
That wasn't the report that I heard earlier today, but okay. Stafford plays hurt, yes, and it does affect his play. I'm not going to lie with that. That was all of the career of him playing with those lovely guys out of the Motor City. You know, the Detroit Lions, who could never win a playoff game, let alone get there. So I'm not saying that Kupp is number 3. He deserves to be in the top 10, but again, if Stafford's trying to throw him the ball, then that could be a lot of chaos going on. So I probably would reshuffle this lineup a little bit. I would move Watt to 3, Allen to 4. probably Cup 5, but I would not have Stafford at 7. I would have Stafford at 10. And Taylor should rightfully be in the top 5 as well, but he could be tied with Cup at 5. I would say that. Just crystal balling, because there are a lot of other good players that should have been in the top 25 of the list, and they were crapped on by the NFL. Just saying.
And you talking about, you see them numbers?
Yes, but that was last year. This is this year.
Unless you are
projecting these numbers for this year, I think the top 10 is totally different.
I ain't say projecting.
Oh, this is last year.
Did you ever hear me say projecting?
But again, I don't think that. I didn't agree with the NFL top 100 either. I'm going on the record with that because I think that there were players in the top 25 that don't belong there, and there were other players that did belong there, but they weren't even thought about. So, again, to me, the list is cool, but I think it needs to be rearranged.
Come on, Bear Man. What you got?
Well, I don't have my own top 10, but I was actually doing research, and I found a top 10 that really, I'm just like, okay. So this was on CBS NFL. May I?
Go ahead.
Well, obviously, they got Aaron Donald number 1, but the next 2 are really interesting because, the next 3, as a matter of fact, because the next 3 are quarterbacks. So at number 2, they got Aaron Rodgers. Number 3, they got Patrick Mahomes, and number 4, they got Josh Allen.
Okay, so you got the defensive. You got the pretty much the MVP at number 1,
yeah.
And then see, I know how good Aaron Rodgers is, but his situation is not correct. That's my deal. You have a receiver on that core that's not had over 550 receiving yards in a season. That's your number 1 receiver? That seems like a problem to me. I don't care. You could play with him in Madden all day and go for over 500 yards in a season, but Lazard has never had over 500 yards in a season, and he's your number 1 receiver.
I mean, in Madden, you can play on rookie, and in reality, no.
See, that seems to be an issue. I can understand he's a great shoe, but you've put him in a shit sandwich situation this year where he legitimately is going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel to win the NFC North. Brady doesn't have Gronk.
It's the end of it for him and the Packers. Is that it?
Unless they somehow bring some bunch of jabronis off the street that can play wide receiver, then
and know their role and what?
It's not even about knowing their role. They have to know a bunch of roles.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Every team walking into this year is going to have their bumps and bruises. They're not going to be the teams of last year.
Yeah. So anyway, at number 5 they got Cooper Kupp, and then they got your boy, Mr. Thomas Edward Brady at number 6. And they got TJ Watt at 7. And number 8, Trent Williams. Number 9, Myles Garrett. Number 10, Jalen Ramsey.
So they evenly distributed offense and defense, which is unlike this list, which only has
the case.
Well, this list here only has 2 defensive players on there. Again, there are other players that probably should have been in this list besides the 3 Super Bowl winning players. Not going to knock that as a choice, but again, there are other players that really should have made this list.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I mean, everybody sees it in a different way.
Last year, so I can't. If I'm going to project last year's production into the season, those guys have the numbers, and you can't say they didn't. They have the numbers, and
They do have numbers, but again, would you have thought anything closely of what Patrick Mahomes' numbers were last year, even though that was a train wreck season for them?
That was a down year for him.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Again,
And you don't even have faith in that team.
no, I have no faith in that team this year. I got yelled at for that too, but again, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and everybody thinks everybody else's stinks. Well, apparently mine smells like the sewer. But we'll see at the end of the year when I just kind of like royally crapped on everybody, and it ended up being true.
If you want to join Ricky and come at me about my list, I'm not hard to find.
I can guaranteeingly tell you, people will be jumping on this comment, especially if you go to post it. They will jump, and I will sit there with a bag of popcorn or lightly salted potato chips.
You said a bag of popcorn anyway.
Yeah,
you were doing that anyway when they was coming for you, and I'm the one who was responding.
Listen, I got shit to do. I ain't got time to be sitting there fucking around on social media. Hey, I just built a whole brand new set for this show while everybody was yelling at me. It's quite all right, you know. It's not like I haven't caused ruckuses before. All right, when we come back, now that we've gotten through the top 10 list, we're going to talk about Thursday night's game, which is just going to be, I think, pretty much like the main event of the way this season is going to start. That will be Bills and Rams, but a word from one of our sponsors. Paint Train Pipe Bomb Productions and the Playmakers blog are now both partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is now your new home for all fan merchandise. From the MLB, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, MLS, NASCAR, WWE, International Soccer Leagues, and golf. Check out the links below for everyday deals on Fanatics.com. And we're back. Week 1, starting off with a potential, quote, Super Bowl preview matchup. Thursday night will be on NBC on your local TV stations. Thursday night, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bills at Rams. I'm going to start off with the Playmaker first so I can get my numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
So as you say,
no, he's starting with me first because he already know I already talked about this all over the goddamn place, and I got to do it again Thursday.
Yep.
See, he figured it's easy. I'm going to get it out the way real quickly. Hey, look here. Y'all know what I said, and then y'all going to hear me say it again Thursday when I have Jonathan Matthews and Cameron Gordon on with me when we get you ready for this, the pregame before the pregame. So, you know what? I said it on Ramley Talk, and I'm sticking to it. Matt Gay, game-winning field goal. Rams win by 3.
Okay, that's all up to you now, Alex.
Yep.
This is going to go very quickly.
High-scoring game, game-winning field goal. Rams win 37-34.
Ooh. 37-34.
And the way I see the game going, basically the fourth quarter, it's going to be a thriller. I mean, it is Los Angeles. Might as well put in some movie. Might as well, get a little kick out of it.
I am.
Don't get used to the Hollywood theatrics with the Rams, okay?
Hey, I'm trying to be as positive as that part of the country as possible, okay? Because quite frankly, there's nothing really positive about Los Angeles, California.
All right. I'm going to go against the grain. Because I can.
Shit, no.
Because...
You said what you said, right?
You and Steven can kiss my ass.
No. First off, I don't believe in the Thursday night home mumbo jumbo BS crap that everybody puts it out as. this was one of the games that I did say on the Rams schedule was going to be a pain in the balls. Buffalo is going to be...
What you misconstrue about the Thursday night thing is when this season is in motion.
Again,
they haven't played a game. This is the first game, so everybody's good and well. When next Thursday gets is when it begins.
Again,
because
the first three
has to travel on a short week.
First 3 to 4 weeks of the NFL is never predictable, and it just think that in January of this year, 8 months ago, the Buffalo Bills took one right in the balloon knot against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. In overtime, Buffalo Bills players are sitting there and they're like on the Buffalo Wild Wings revenge tour. Buffalo's going to come out pretty stout in this game.
Can that work against them?
Probably not.
Because they so mad about what happened in the 13 seconds. I'm sorry. Did I say 13 seconds? Can that work against them? Because they want to come out and make a statement so bad and, that one mistake happens.
I really was going to make a T-shirt about it, but I just kind of neglected to do that. But
what, a 13-second T-shirt?
Yes, a 13-second T-shirt would have been nice. Not gonna lie,
13 seconds.
13 seconds.
See, you can't do that and pick the Bills and to win a Thursday night. That wouldn't have worked.
Well, again, according to our friends over there at Super Draft Pro, who still do sponsor the show, by the way, they have the Buffalo Bills as a -2.5 favorite coming in. So, Rams getting 2.5 points at home. Yeah, I see that kind of flipping. They do have an under-over of 52.5.
You see that flipping within 48 hours?
I see that changing in 48 hours because right now, unfortunately, there are no injury reports listed for the game this week, which is a little weird. But I did hear there were some banged-up players on both sides. But this is, again, according to NFL.com. I would rather lay the 2.5 to the 2.5 and run with the money on that. Under over 52, I'm going over. I have them both scoring around 27 to 30 points. I think the losses on the Rams side with OBJ not there. No vaunted Von Miller. I think that's going to be a tough sledding day to try to keep an eye on Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and the rest of that unvaunted wide receiving core that they got up there in Wingland.
Hold on. Who's the lead leader in receiving last year?
That would be Cooper Kupp.
What team is that?
The Rams.
Los Angeles.
I don't know. This guy that is by the name of Allen Robinson. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
I believe he's a damn good receiver.
Okay, and your point?
What team does he play for?
He plays for the Rams.
Okay. I mean, don't act like Buffalo. The Bills got a whole bunch of elite receiving core, but the Rams definitely got one.
Yes, but all it takes is one hit to a brittle quarterback. Oh wait, what team does the brittle quarterback play for?
You talking about that same quarterback who left Detroit and went to Los Angeles and won?
Yes, and who's already entering the season hurt.
He ended his last season hurt.
So let the story carry on. But he still has to be able to throw the ball. If he gets knocked around early, the Rams are going to have to do one thing that they fail to do consistently every season, and that's run the ball.
That's why I didn't bring it up, because I wanted him to bring it up.
I beat him to it.
Cam Akers is not hurt this time. He had a full training camp.
And when Cam Akers wasn't hurt last year, they didn't run the ball as much.
He wasn't even supposed to come back that damn fast, okay?
The Bills are going to be a lot more balanced than the Rams.
But, I did have the Buffalo Bills in my top 5 defenses. I had them number 2. I have to admit, I did have the Bills as the number 2 top defense in the league. I would give that to them. But I gotta ask this question though: how many times did Josh Allen run the ball last year?
700 plus times.
Is that ain't that a problem for a quarterback?
Yes.
I think that's more of a problem for a front seven than anything else.
We spoke about this before. Like, I'll never forget, Darnell, because you called me because you specifically wanted my God's honest truth opinion. In other words, you wanted me to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But yeah, and I explained when a quarterback has to run for his life numerous times all throughout the season, yeah, the stress is going to go up so high that at one point the coach is going to go like, no, we are not even taking that risk, but it's going to happen anyway.
Hey, John's picking the huh? Rams. Hey, you're actually right. We have not lost an opener game under Sean McVay.
The War Bronco.
Good job, John.
Yes, but you know what? Like all streaks in underwear, they come to an end.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for it. I'm surprised it took him that long to say it. I knew he was coming back with that.
Yeah, like all streaks in the underwear. He's the
master of mayhem. He's president asshole for a reason, right, Ricky?
Yes, I am.
And Ricky, you are damn sure proud of it, aren't you, brother?
Well, I found another thing here that actually does have an injury listing. Majority, there's only one player listed at, 2 players for Buffalo out on 3. Wait, hold on, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. One out on suspension, eligible week 8. That's a linebacker. T. White out indefinitely knee, wide receiver, cornerback. Stevenson, wide receiver, out with a foot. Bodiger, guard, Achilles.
That's right. Tre'Davious White would not be playing this game. Who is their number 1 corner? So who will be taking out Cooper Kupp or Allen Robinson?
Let me scroll.
Nobody.
Let me scroll. Hold on. Because yes, the Rams have injuries too. Wow, that's quite a few people. Out indefinitely. Hanley, Hardy. Out indefinitely, quadricep. Q Lake. T. Howard, out indefinitely, linebacker, groin. One player out for suspension. One on IR.
Have you even said a starter yet? I don't even think you said one starter.
They say Stafford is probable with an elbow issue. Jefferson, questionable, which means normally he's not playing. That would be with a knee. And Jalen Ramsey, probable with a shoulder.
So all 3 of my starters will be playing. And everybody else who's out won't even start to begin with.
By the way, who's the Rams' backup quarterback?
John Wolf.
Okay, we'll be seeing him Thursday.
No, we won't.
I'm telling you, it takes one shot. And Mr. Brittle Matt Stafford could be potentially out.
How many times have Matt Stafford been injured in his career and still been playing?
Again, you need your elbow to throw the ball.
He's been throwing the ball all season.
Okay, but again, you need your elbow to throw the ball.
And you try to skip over the fact that Tre'Davious White for the Buffalo Bills ain't even playing.
And you don't think that they're not scheming up something else up there in Buffalo to compensate for that.
Scheme up whatever you can scheme up, and you still can't stop it.
Listen, again, I've seen defenses that have stopped Kupp. He's not been foolproof all 17 games last year.
and yet he still led the league in catches, yards, and touchdowns. And your number one corner is not playing. So that leaves who you gonna put on Cup? Who you gonna put on Allen Robinson? And you all know Allen Robinson is a big ass receiver.
That's why we have the game going over 52 points. It's going to be a shootout. Their defenses are going to be sitting there, be like, shit, just give him no score.
I love him. He came from Florida. I know what he can do. That is not how he want to start off his career.
Again, shootout over 52 points. I'm still taking Buffalo.
You take your Bills.
Oh boy.
Take your.
You know, the only true New York team. But that's another story.
Yeah, because the Giants and the Jets, they actually play in what state, Ricky?
New Jersey.
Yeah. Anyway.
Take your Jets.
You know, I'm the one here that was with the popcorn and the beer watching you two go at it.
Because I knew he was going to pick against the Rams anyway. I knew what was coming.
Yeah, I know. You definitely sensed it.
I knew what was coming. Come on, now.
Yeah,
Oh, you disgusting pervert. You knew what was coming.
Hey. I knew for a fact that you was going to pick against the Rams. I knew that.
This just in, LA Rams sign Adam Sandler as their backup quarterback.
You should have signed him. They can use Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, maybe serving the water on the sidelines.
No, don't they need a linebacker? Bobby Boucher can be their linebacker.
There needs to be a Bearman beer that gets you growing a beard like Alex.
Nobody can have a beard like mine, okay?
I don't know. Anyway, Alex, you picked the Rams, obviously.
Yes, he picked the Rams.
All right. Well, I'm the only one.
And Darnell had nothing to do with that.
And believe me,
he's not gonna scare me.
Believe me,
I ain't even talked to him about it.
Believe me, I will say this: you may have to tune into Pipe Bomb Radio on Friday. You may have to.
Me?
Because if it ends up happening that the Bills do beat the Rams on Thursday Night Football, I am letting Darnell have it on Friday.
You know what, Ricky? As a matter of fact, I was actually going to say, if you even want me on the show with you two, buddy, I'm down.
Yeah, like I said the Rams was going to win by like 10 or 20. I said game winning field goal. I ain't stupid.
I think the Bills are 3-2 on week 1 in the McDermott era. I really don't even think it matters. Because every game for the first 3 weeks is going to be a crapshoot anyway. Nobody is stable through the first 3 weeks of the season. That is lore.
Matter of fact, you don't even have the Bills winning by that much.
No, I don't have them winning by that much either.
Exactly. So all three of us ain't stupid.
I say 3 to 5 points easy.
Yeah, we're men of conviction. We're men of conviction, just like Mr. War Bronco. He's a man of conviction.
We just know.
We believe in what we say. What we said.
Believe it or not, it can go either way. First off, it's Thursday Night Football. It's the opening week of the season. Again, they're saying this is a Super Bowl preview.
I still don't see that.
I think that's a little bit premature.
A little bit premature?
I say it's a little bit premature. Because, again, you're walking into the game. Yeah, you've had 3 games of preseason. You haven't played all your starters the entire preseason. Some starters didn't even play throughout the preseason. Am I right with that?
We never played our starters.
Rams
we had golf. We never played our starters.
Rams can be drunk like Stafford when the fan fell off the stage. Exactly. Super Bowl hangover. Nothing is foolproof the first 3 weeks. And every year I say that, and yet nobody believes me, and it ends up happening. Teams start with 0-3 starts and finish like 11-6. They go on tears. They just got to freaking be set up properly.
Indeed.
So that's how that works.
That's how it works.
All right. So that is pretty much it for the Tuesday edition. of ArchRivals Football. You guys have any final comments for people?
Well, actually, since Mr. John Misak, the War Bronco, is here, I actually want to ask him for a special favor. I want to invite him to Cowboys Talk so he can preview this Sunday's game on my show between the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. And I don't just extend this invitation because he's my friend, but I'm telling you, the listeners, they love John.
Do I have to
So,
take that game?
you know what? I'm about giving the listeners what they want. They want John Misak. All right. I mean, I can tell them I can't force it. I can ask him, and that's it.
Do I have to talk about that game?
Do you have to? We'll talk about it on Saturday.
I don't want to talk about that game.
Yeah. This is just an announcement. You know, Ricky asked me if I had anything to say. I'm like, well, you know, gotta, you know.
I seen this game last
we
year.
gotta put John over too.
I seen this game last year.
Yeah, how did that turn out?
Not good for him.
Well, this year I'm not supporting the Cowboys. I'm just going on record by saying that. You know, because
like you ever did, buddy.
I did last year.
More than you did last year.
Yeah, exactly. I did more than you last year, there, pal. So much for being a team player.
And there's that evil laugh.
You threw them under the bus every chance you can get, and they come up with like a 15, 20-point win, and there's me pointing the finger, laughing at you, putting over your team last year. I put your team over more than I put my own team over last year.
And you're not doing that this year, are you?
Oh, fuck no.
I'm gonna
let you flounder and float amongst the land of the shit that goes in the water.
Why do you think I came up with your segment first?
I'm gonna be burying them, buddy.
That's exactly why I came up with your segment, and I can't
I'm
wait
gonna
for
be
it
burying
to
the Cowboys
next Tuesday. Ooh, it'll be fun.
No, you just wait. I'm gonna do my preview on Cowboys Talk. Yeah, I got a couple of things to say. As a matter of fact, I already wrote a preview for Third Down Thursdays.
No, Lord. See, this is what happens. I sat here, I was like, you know what? I think we need segments for each other. Oh, I didn't know Batman's segment because he likes to go at every damn body. Well, let's give him a segment where he can just go off. That's easy.
Especially with the Cowboys.
All right. You guys got any final comments?
Today was fun.
You know, I have our turtle head poking out. I got to go take care of it.
You gotta say it like the character, Ricky. You gotta say it.
No, I'll let Darnell
like the
talk.
character.
I'll let Darnell talk his thing first.
Tomorrow. You do not want to miss bearing down a gridiron.
Yeah, Darnell, you've got a surprise for me, haven't you?
Hey, I don't know. He froze. It froze again. Oh, by the way, John, I am so glad that I did not do any fantasy this year. Just letting you know that. I am so glad. Like I watched the group chat, and then I watched the one from Give Us a Shot Network. No, fuck no. Thank God I am not doing fantasy this year. You could all kiss my ass. I will go out on top and stay on top. The run I fucking had last year. Not having that crap. Darnell froze again.
So tell me, John, this Thursday, are you available to preview with me?
By the way, the Prez taking his sweet ass time to get into that picks league.
I got shit to do, man. I got shit to do.
Hey,
I'm not even gonna lie.
You the one that pick ESPN. You pick ESPN.
Listen, I have 2 shows to set up for tomorrow. I have more editing to do. I have a TikTok to work on. I have graphics to build. What, do you think this beautiful set just grew out of my ass? No, it didn't.
No. You pick ESPN. You should be in it. You should
listen.
Get you.
Fuck
ESPN. It don't take that long to sign up.
Fuck ESPN and the app that they put on my phone. Because they fucked me last year out of the fucking last 4 weeks of the season where I was in first place till then, and then it decided to fuck around again.
And I came back and caught him.
Because I couldn't get picks in. I missed 4 weeks worth of picks. That's the only way you caught me. I could have gone 500 the last 4 weeks and you would have never caught me. Fuck ESPN.
Unlike you, I'm defending my title.
I ain't defending shit. Watch all you guys argue and fight about it, and there's me with my popcorn and my fucking half and half iced tea, and I'm good to go, my fuckers. There we go. All right. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pipe Bomb Radio NYC on Mixlr. Myself and the Viking will be on. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have these two lovely gentlemen bearing down the gridiron on Facebook, YouTube, and whatever other platforms that decide to put their dandy asses on. Till then.
You don't want to produce it. You got control over it.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm doing that.
Yeah, but Ricky has no control of the, of the Bear Man.
I have no control
Nobody
of the
does.
internet either. That's totally killed off half of the show tonight. But that's besides the point. All right, till then, tomorrow, on behalf of the Playmaker and the Bear Man, I am the Master of Mayhem, and we're out of here. You've just experienced ArchRivals Football Season 4. Click that like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when a new Arch episode is live on the air. Check out our sponsor links down below for everyday deals on Fanatics, NFLShop.com, and Points.com. Need merch? Check out www.paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merch at amazing prices. Tune in again next time for ArchRivals Football Season 4.